stopping by my channel. I think I got something real interesting to show you. It's regarding the Criterion 2-inch boring head, and I imagine it could be adapted to larger units or a different model. The other day, my good friend Carl sent me something from, I think it was Practical Machinist, that showed a attachment to go on the boring head so that you had a dial indicator reading your move. And if anybody's used a boring head, you understand putting the wrench in there and trying to read the little scale is somewhat cumbersome and hard to get a very small move sometimes. And looking at that, let's click to a picture. Okay, we're back from that photograph. That's, I think it's called a boreright. I know Mr. Pete had made some of those units. I don't think they're manufactured anymore. I think he produced a casting, and even somebody 3D printed the same unit. And when I looked at it and Carl and I talked, I just said, you know, the thing looks so cumbersome to me to take it off and on. And we talked and then hung up the phone. Well, I thought about it, and I said, well, wait a minute, why not just use a dial indicator on a Noga? And here's a photo. Well, that works, except if you go to adjust the wrench and you move the head, the Criterion head at all radially, of course, then your measurement's gone. So that doesn't work. So I sat there in the shop and I looked at it, and I held up a pin and called Carl back and says, hey, I think I got it figured out how to mount a test indicator. And we talked about it a little bit and said, okay. Well, subsequent to that, I talked to my buddy Chewy, my mentor, and we will get to his comments or the discussion about that further on in this video. So I hope you enjoy. Basically, the mount that I've created, I think we can get to almost a 1/2 of adjustment and be reliable. So hope you enjoy, sit down and relax, and catch you at the end of this video. Thanks again for stopping by, and as always, I appreciate subscriptions, help the channel grow. And go ahead and share this video and help other machinists also. I think it's a good one to use. So we're going to test out my test indicator setup on the boring head. I have a set of Deltronic pins here that they're sized in tenths, and they go from minus 1.2 to plus 1.2. So I've bored this, and I've got a pin right now that fits just amazingly snug. Okay, and this pin, get back out of there. Okay, now these pins are used, so they're not certified or anything. And this pin says it's wore off of it. This pin says I'm 238.5. So let's see if we can go to the next pin size. So this is this one says 241, and my mic, I went and calibrated my mic, and it's reading 239. Yeah, 239. And I said this one was 238.5. So the 239 won't go in. You're not even looking at the... All right, let's start over here. Sorry about that, guys. So I've been here talking and you've been looking at the pins, but this pin won't go in, and it's miking out at 239, 238.5, 239, and that's the one we're going to shoot for. And this is the pin that fits, and 238.5, and it's just will go in. This next pin down, let's see what this one mics. 237.5, and it goes in. It's like an air cylinder, and really no play. So let's shoot for. Let's see if we can dial in a 1/10. Let's see what we can get. So let me set it up. Some love taps. So it's on 0 there. You'll have to take my word for it. I'm not going to move the camera around just so you can see the gauge, but or the test indicator. And so I'm shooting to move it. Let's see. Let's go for a. Let's go for 2/10. I'm going to go for 2/10. So that means I got to move this guy 1/10. Let me get it lined up, make sure she's good, and get the wrench in. Whoop, I got about 1/10.5 there. So we're probably going to be a little big, but we'll give it a try. Gas on. Just a whisper of a cut. So shut off the 3-phase. Okay, let's see what we got. So we know this guy goes in. Should go in without a problem. Yeah, still got a lot of air pressure. Next pin up. Still a lot of air pressure. Next pin up. This was our pin that was really super tight. Now she's going. And this was our next pin that wouldn't go in. And that guy will go. And this guy, we may try, it won't go. Just barely starts. So bear with me for a second. Let's see what this one mics out as. .624 even. This is reading a half thou under 24. No, there it is, 639. So tenth difference. And we go up here, and we're 624 and a tenth. So let's let me do a couple measuring here, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so this pin is 624 even, and that's our pin that just fits. Come on back out. Okay, and we're going to try to shoot for 624.4, so basically 4/10. And let's see if we can do it, which means I need to move my test indicator 2/10, which will get me 4/10. Be a very slight move. Doing it left-handed, which is not easy. There's 1/10. Come on, nice and easy. Ah, overshot it. Okay, so we're going to go back. Take out the play. Come back. And dial it up to 2/10. And just a fudge over 2/10. We'll take that. Not going to fool around here all day. Got to remember to take the head out of it. And let's see what we get. Not even an evidence of a cut. Okay, let's see what we got. So this is our small pin that should fit loose now. Still has air pressure. Got just a tad of wiggle in it. And now to go to the 4/10 larger. Let's see what we did here. Nope, she won't go. Yeah, just wants to start. There it is. It's in. Yep. So there basically I managed to take 4/10 off. Hold on, I'm going to look for the next largest pin and just double check it. Bring you right back. Okay, this is the next pin up in a 10th. This is 624.5, and it won't go. It wants to try to start, but it won't go. So it looks like the test indicator on the side of the boring head works well. The people, I showed this on Instagram, and they talked about cosine air. Um, I'm a home shop guy, and what we're doing, how often do I deal in tents like this? I think it's reliable. That, as you saw, I actually missed the mark, went back, came back to my zero, and then added the 2/10, and was basically on it. So for the fun of it, let's try a bigger cut and see if we can actually do it, since we have the pins. So we know this is 624.5, basically 624.4. I got 624.4 and 5 millionths there. So let's let me dig and find a pin. Hang on, bring you right back. Okay, I got a pin here that's 1 thou bigger than that guy there, 625.4. Yeah, 625.5 right there. So we're going to try to dial 1 thou in and cut 1 thou. Okay, test indicator's reading good. So I'm looking to dial 5/10. 5/10 is going to get me 1/1000. So I actually have my indicator, test indicator, proud by 5/10. And I'm going to two-hand this one. Just a fudge pass. So I'm going to back it off and come back again. Oh, did it twice. One more try. Let's see if we bring it up smoother. It's a little bit of a bind there. Okay, there we go. Got it. So we'll see if we got 1 thou out of it. Now, just for discussion purposes, the 3 adjusting screws here for the tightness on the head here, never touch those. Once they're set, they're set. You get used to the drag. You really never retighten them, and you don't loosen them. They're perfect. I haven't touched them in years. So there's some reliability in the touch there. All right, here we go. You can see a little bit of a cut in the back wall. Okay, this is the 624 pin that we originally fit. Still has air pressure, but you can see that it rocks. Got a nice little suction on it. And here's the 625. And don't feel like it wants to go. Close. So just for shits and giggles, we'll take a little ghost pass on it and see what we get. Shut the mill down so you don't have to listen to that. And let's see if we got it. So close. Flip the pin over, see if it's the other way. So we didn't get it. Let me see about the next pin down. Without looking at it, just pulling it from the tray and hoping it's the right pin in line. Nope. So close, but no cigar. There it goes. So what did we actually get? $6.25 and 2/10, and we were searching for $6.25 and 5/10 on a thou cut. Not bad. We're going to stop there. You can see that it works. It actually works well. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to shut the camera off and see if I can hit 625 balls just for the fun of it. I'll bring you right back. Okay. If you guys were paying attention, I already went past 625 balls, right? I went to 625 too. I looked at the mic and said, "What the hell are you talking about, Charlie?" Oh, Charlie's there. Yeah, no wonder. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a fairly simple build. I have to give you some history on this now. This device right here, I bought this boring head from my mentor Chewy, and this came with it. And when I just started thinking about this type of setup, I was talking to him on the phone that I was going to build this, and he goes, "Hey, you have it." And sure enough, I did. And basically, it was just as simple as putting a set screw in it. The reason he had made this was not for this purpose, but was to be an offset boring bar holder, so you could actually bore a larger hole with the smaller head. And he did a very nice job on it. But anyway, thought I'd show it to you. Basically made a spud that fit in the 1/2-inch hole for the tool, and then the holder here basically drilled a hole and Loctited that in there. 10th reading indicator. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by the shop. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you again. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed. And in closing, two things. Here's a photo of a boring head that electronically Bluetooth reads to your phone. Let's take a look at that. Back from that photo. Don't know much about it, didn't really pursue it, so I assume it's very expensive. And to close out the video, I was trying to upload a picture of Howie. I was having a problem, but just to give you a quick update, health-wise, he's just about off the prednisone now, and he's almost back to normal, other than he went from a stud of a muscular dog to a fat old boy now. The prednisone had him just voracious for eating food, which was never him. But his movement's doing well and his spirits, and hopefully we don't go backwards on it. Anyway, take care, guys, and thanks again.